In 2017, we went to Lake Clark National Park in Alaska. We flew from Atlanta to Anchorage, got on a small charter plane with Lake Clark Air into Port Alsworth, where we took a bush plane and flew to Turquoise Lake. Enjoy our trip as we hike through the Twin Lakes region over the next 7 days.
Together we can see what we will find. Don't leave me alone at this time.
A highlight of the trip for me was the bush plane rides through the park. It's amazing how low they can fly in that terrain. It's so cool to get that close to the mountains and to fly over all the different rivers and everything within the park.
You told me that I would find a home within the fragile substance of my soul. And I have filled this void with things unreal. And all the while my character it steals. The darkness is a harsh term, don't you think?
Planning our hike out of Turquoise Lake.
And yet it dominates the things I see. That all my bridges have been burned, but you say that's exactly how this grace thing works.
Alaska, round 2. Least favorite part of the trip, that would be day 1.
Welcome I receive with a restart. Darkness is a harsh term, don't you think? And yet it dominates the things I see. Darkness is a harsh term, don't you think? And yet it dominates the...
We got dropped off at Turquoise Lake, and our goal was to make it to the top of the pass, the mountain pass. We didn't make it. We didn't make it past the pass. Reason for that was the entire terrain was rocks.
Stars, hide your fires. These here are my desires, and I will give them up to you this time around. And so I'll be found with my stake stuck in this ground, marking the territory of this newly impassioned soul. Hide your fires. These here are my desires, and I will give them up to you this time around. And so I'll be found with my stake stuck in this ground, marking the territory of this newly impassioned soul.
We gave it 10 hours today after flying in from Port Alsworth. Started at 11:30 a.m. and called it a day at 9:30 p.m. We ended up shy of Emerson Pass. This spot at 5,200 feet next to a small glacier will have to do for camp today.
And then we had these beautiful white Dall sheep all around us hiking on the cliffs near the camp.
If ever there was someone to keep me at home, it would be you.
Take a withdrawal slip, take all of your savings out, 'cause if we don't leave this town, we might never make it out. I was not born to drown, baby, come on. Forget what Father Brennan said. We were not born in sin. Leave a note on your bed. Let your mother know you're safe. And by the time she wakes.
We got to the top of Emerson Pass at 5,600 feet after hiking for an hour and a half. We planned our route down the other side. You could see the western Twin Lake looking down the canyon to the southwest.
If the sun don't shine on me.
This year hiked not a lot of miles, but it felt like a lot of miles. Our average daily distance was about 7 miles, and that was 9 hours of hiking.
Or will you rail against the dying day? And when we looked outside, couldn't even see the sky. How do you pay the rent? Is it your parents? Or is it hard work here, holding the atmosphere?
Our camp for day 2 was about a mile short of our planned target, 0 for 2 on the trip. However, we felt good knocking out 8 miles and dropping 2,700 feet for the day. Blueberries were a must on this trip, as we burned through a lot of calories the first couple days when we were getting low on food. Did I mention there were no trails in this park? The brush was thick in many areas. This is an amazing place, but you have to work for every step.
Pack yourself a toothbrush, dear. Pack yourself a favorite blouse. Take a withdrawal slip. Take all of your savings out. 'Cause if we don't leave this town, we might never make it out.
And then the bushwhacking, you're just constantly, it's a full body workout. Extremely challenging, and gave a whole new respect to blazing a trail.
Finally got to wet a line on day 4 in the morning. Caught a lake trout after trying a few fly patterns. It was a much needed breakfast. Grayling were fun to catch as usual, hitting on imitation egg flies.
You've been gone for a long, long time. You've been in the wind. You've been on my mind. You are the purest soul I've ever known in my life. Take your time, let the rivers guide you where you know where you can find me again. I'll be waiting till the stars fall out of the sky.
Jimmy was killing the sockeye salmon on this trip. He pulled this one out of a pool of about 40 in the slack water by the swift current in the bend. Landed him after a good 10-minute fight.
More than the moon and the sun, you are still alive. When I look to the sky in the night, I would wait for 1,000 years. I would sit right here by the lake, my dear. You just let me know you're coming home, and I'll wait for you.
The heavy rain did not slow us down. Catching countless grayling kept us warm, and we landed these nice rainbow and lake trout. Catching that big rainbow was another highlight for me. It was running up and down the river. I thought for sure I was going to lose that guy. But man, he stayed on there and put up a good fight.
Say that you're gone, but that I should have gone. I wonder how did they know, baby, how did they know where they go?
It is always a bittersweet moment when the plane arrives after a week in the wilderness. However, we miss our families back home and look forward to seeing them in a couple days. Since we did not make the day trip over to Pernenke's cabin, the pilot gave us a quick flyby. Our dinner was ready when we landed back in Port Alsworth. There was no time to shower after 7 days in the backcountry. Family-style seating, the other guests claimed we did not smell, but I'm sure they were just being nice.
My shadow side so amplified keeps coming back dissatisfied. Elementary son, but it's so my love.